The ocean is a vast and mysterious force, both beautiful and unforgiving. Throughout history, ships have sailed across the seas, connecting continents and cultures. But the ocean demands respect, and when safety is overlooked, tragedy can strike. The 20th century witnessed some of the most devastating maritime disasters in history. The RMS Titanic stands as a symbol of the overconfidence of man. The Halifax Explosion reminds us of the destructive potential of industrial accidents at sea. The sinking of the RMS Lusitania exposed the vulnerability of civilian vessels in times of conflict. Each disaster led to profound grief and significant changes in maritime regulations. The International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, or SOLAS, emerged in 1914 as a direct response to the Titanic disaster. Despite advancements, the ocean continues to remind us of its unpredictable nature. Modern tragedies highlight the persistent risks of human error, design flaws, and inadequate safety procedures. The RMS Titanic, a marvel of engineering, set sail on its maiden voyage from Southampton to New York City on April 10, 1912. The ship of dreams carried over 2,200 passengers and crew, representing a cross-section of society. On the night of April 14th, the Titanic struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic. The collision breached several compartments, allowing water to flood in. The Titanic was ill-equipped to handle such a disaster, with lifeboats for only about half of those on board. Many lifeboats were launched partially filled, further reducing survival chances. The sinking resulted in the deaths of over 1,500 people, making it one of the deadliest peacetime maritime disasters. The tragedy sparked investigations and reforms aimed at preventing similar future tragedies. The disaster exposed the inadequacy of existing safety regulations and the complacency within the shipping industry. The sinking of the RMS Lusitania on May 7, 1915 during World War I remains a controversial event in maritime history. The Lusitania, a British ocean liner, was torpedoed by a German U-boat off the coast of Ireland, killing nearly 1,200 people. The presence of civilian passengers, including women and children, turned the incident into an international outrage. The sinking intensified anti-German sentiment in the United States and contributed to its eventual entry into World War I. The Lusitania tragedy highlighted the dangers posed to civilian vessels during wartime and underscored the need for international agreements to protect non-combatants. The Halifax Explosion on December 6, 1917, stands as a chilling reminder of the destructive power of accidents involving ships carrying volatile cargo. The disaster unfolded in Halifax Harbor, Nova Scotia, when the SS Mont Blanc, laden with explosives, collided with the SS Imo. The resulting explosion obliterated the Mont Blanc and created a massive blast wave that devastated the surrounding area. The Halifax explosion killed an estimated 2,000 people and injured thousands more, leveling entire neighborhoods. The disaster led to improvements in harbor safety regulations and emergency response protocols. On the night of September 28, 1994, the Baltic Sea became the stage for one of the deadliest maritime disasters in modern European history. The MS Estonia, a large passenger and vehicle ferry, set sail from Tallinn, Estonia, bound for Stockholm, Sweden, carrying 989 people, both passengers and crew. The Estonia was a popular ferry route connecting Estonia and Sweden. On board were tourists, businessmen, and workers, many of whom were unaware that the ship they were on had serious design flaws. Flaws that would soon prove catastrophic. In the late hours of the night, the Baltic Sea was rocked by severe weather. Rough seas, with waves as high as 15 feet, battered the ship. Despite the weather, the ferry pressed on, but under the surface, trouble was brewing. The ferry's bow visor, a crucial part of the ship's design, was supposed to protect the car deck from the elements. However, in the turbulent waters, this visor became a fatal flaw. Around 1:00 a.m., the visor was torn off by the immense force of the waves, opening the car deck to the sea. The Estonia sank in less than an hour, disappearing beneath the icy waters of the Baltic Sea. In total, 852 lives were lost in one of Europe's worst peacetime maritime disasters. In the aftermath of the tragedy, an international investigation was launched to uncover the reasons behind the sinking. The official report concluded that a combination of factors led to the disaster, including the rough seas, design flaws in the ferry's bow visor, and inadequate safety procedures. The Costa Concordia disaster on January 13, 2012, off the coast of Italy, serves as a stark reminder that even in the age of modern technology, human error can lead to catastrophic consequences. The Costa Concordia, a luxury cruise ship, struck a reef and partially capsized after the captain deviated from his planned route. The chaotic evacuation and delayed order made it challenging for passengers and crew to reach lifeboats. The disaster claimed the lives of 32 people and highlighted the importance of crew training, clear communication, and effective emergency procedures. The wartime sinking of the German Wilhelm Goff in January 1945 during World War II remains the deadliest isolated maritime disaster ever. The ship was torpedoed by a Soviet Navy submarine, resulting in an estimated loss of about 9,400 lives. This tragedy, occurring amidst the chaos of war, serves as a grim reminder of the devastating human cost of conflict at sea. In contrast, the 1987 loss of the Philippine ferry Doña Paz stands as the largest peacetime maritime disaster ever recorded. The ferry collided with the oil tanker MT Vector, and the ensuing fire and panic led to the deaths of an estimated 4,086 people. This disaster highlighted severe shortcomings in maritime safety regulations and enforcement, particularly in the developing world. These catastrophic events, whether in wartime or peacetime, underscore the vulnerability of human life at sea. They remind us of the continuous need for vigilance, stringent safety measures, and international cooperation to prevent such tragedies in the future. In our next episode, we will explore the advancements in maritime technology and safety protocols that have emerged from these lessons, and how they are shaping the future of sea travel. Join us as we continue to navigate the complex and often perilous waters of maritime history.